we find many distortions of beauty. One can create only that which he is, and in doing so, one will either create true art or false art. True art can be discriminated from false art by observing its effect on people. Culture is the translation and interpretation of beauty. The labor to share beauty is culture. Culture is the worship of fire, the true creative fire within you. Love is not a sentiment. It is not an emotional attitude. It is the most powerful energy, the core of which is within the human being. When you suppress within your heart this greatest energy of the universe, you burn and are cracked with that energy. But if you release it, you are the sane and harmonious. Happiness is an effect of outer conditions. When favorable conditions change, happiness disappears. Joy never changes. It increases as the problems and conflicts increases in one's life. It grows in spite of conditions. The psychological dark moments of life can be crossed only through joy. This book is an offering of truest art and beauty. It is destined to create striving toward improvement and perfection, create a deeper sense of responsibility and duty, greater love and cooperation in each one who reads it. Aquarian Educational Group. So this is what this book is all about. It speaks about three things. One is beauty, second is love, and third thing is joy. So what happens is I'll try to introduce this book to you, why this book was written by Torquem Serdarian. Torquem Serdarian writes, one day I was playing tag with three of my friends in the woods when a stranger approached. He was about 35-40 years of age, tall and handsome, with very loving eyes. He sat down 15 to 20 yards away from us and we continued playing. After watching us for a while, he called my name and asked me to come closer to him. I went without hesitation and stood in front of him. What if I show you a game we can all play together? He asked. How is it done? I replied. I will show you. And we walked towards my friends. Then he said to all of us, we will play a good game which none of you will forget. And he drew a large triangle in the soft earth with a dry branch. He then told each of us to stand on a corner. Then turning to one of my friends, he said, your joy. Then he turned my other friend and said, your love. And pointing his hand to me, he said, you will be beauty. I will be flame, and I will stand at the center of the triangle. Now see how we will dance. First, we will be in total silence. Watch what I will do when I will tell each of you what you are to do. We kept silence and he began to sing. Ur, 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 which means fire. And with an exciting rhythm, he danced, turning 360 degrees and then reversing it. The movements of his hand symbolizing a flame rising up from the earth to space. Then he turned to Joy and said, when I say Ur, you will open your arms and say joy, feeling that my fire is inspiring joy within all your being. Let us do it. After a few minutes, he turned to Love and said, you will do a similar thing. When I say Ur and he says joy, you will also add love, opening your arms horizontally and bringing your palms upon your heart and turning around once as you say love. After a few minutes of doing this with him, he turned to me and said, "You are beauty." And after I say ur, and after he says joy, and after he says love, you will say beauty, and your movement will be as follows. He closed his eyes, grasped his hands over his head, and like a pendulum went right to left, left to right, while circling from left to right 360 degrees. After showing this to us, he said, "Now every movement will be rhythmic and synchronized. When I turn 90 degrees, you, Joy, will do one whole movement. When I do one round, you will have completed 4 movements." And turning to Love, he said, "You, Love, will do 4 movements as you turn exactly with the speed I turn." Then he turned to me, saying, "You, Beauty, every time I turn 180 degrees, you will do one whole movement and you will turn exactly as I do." After explaining all this to us, he gave us the note on which we had to sound our words or our names. When all of us sounded them, it was a chord that touched our hearts. Then he added, "You feel that joy is transforming you. You feel that all creation is love. You visualize that all nature is singing beauty with the stars, and I will increase your fire with the divine flame." We started with pauses and explanations and corrections. When we learned how to do it, we performed it 7 times. Then we sat in our corners, totally uplifted and energized. He got up and said, "Peace be with you," and walked away. We were motionless for a long time. I wrote this book in gratitude to him. May peace be with him, Torquam Saradarian. That is how his childhood experience made him write this beautiful book called The Flame of Beauty. Book, every person should read this book. If at all you want to, like, see some beauty in your life, some beauty in your thinking, some beauty in your words, some beauty in your group, or some beauty needs to be established. Everyone should read this book, The Flame of Beauty, Culture, Love and Joy. This book is also available in Telugu. We got it translated. This book is also there in Telugu. If people who want to read can read either Telugu version or English. And such a beautiful book. You will see he wrote so many things about beauty. Okay, so he wrote 16 points which says how much beauty one has in their life. uh, so let us see what beauty does to those who are open and ready for it. Beauty expands the consciousness. So we all people stopped seeing beauty. We got tuned to see the only ugliness in the creation. Our eyes first goes and sees ugliness. That is why we are so miserable in our lives. So start seeing beauty. Whenever you see through your eyes, at least see some beautiful things. It will expand your consciousness. Beauty inspires new visions. We always want all other people's visions to be stopped, and you neither do that work. And that's why there is lack of inspiration. Means people are so depressed because there is no beauty in their life. Third thing, harmonizes unrelated ideas in the mind. That is what beauty does. And beauty is nothing but, if you do meditation, there should be something beautiful happening inside you. That's the first point. That is what entire Shiva Sutras are about. Entire Shiva teachings are nothing, they are about only beauty. Beauty brings new revelations. Beauty releases psychic energy. Beauty evokes joy and love and dispels fear. Beauty makes a man inclusive. Beauty opens the gates of generosity. Beauty awakens greater tolerance. Beauty fills us with solemnity. Beauty regulates the circulation of blood. Beauty regenerates the secretions of glands. Beauty improves the assimilation of food. Beauty creates right human relations. Beauty increases goodwill. And beauty reveals the sense of infinity and immortality. That is what beauty is all about. All these things were written in all Upanishads, from chaos to beauty, from unreality to reality, from death to immortality. And every day you should read something beautiful, like, all these 16 things. Any book, any meditation, or any person, you think they will put a seed of beauty into you, that is what we need to spend some time with. That can be an hour, or that can be half an hour. Not sitting with the total ugly mind, reading all ugly things, won't save anybody. And all the books of Tarkam were written to inspire that beauty, and so that people have that beauty thing in their life, and they can share that beauty with others, is what the fundamental thing everyone should understand. Entire beauty chapters are so beautiful. Like, you read this beauty chapter and you should be ready to leave that ugliness. Okay. Both things should happen. Then he wrote about love energy. Such a beautiful chapter. Love has many dimensions and it expresses itself on many levels. The first dimension of true love is givingness. Think about that. How much love you have: mental, spiritual, emotional, etheric, physical, service level. The second dimension of love is a life based on beauty. The third dimension of love expresses itself as a striving for the unity of mankind. The fourth dimension of love is the ability to cooperate with the plan of the hierarchy. And the fifth dimension of love can be formulated as a life lived for the manifestation and fulfillment of the will, purpose of the great architect. And the sixth dimension of love is beyond. It is a life lived in the labor of solar system. Understanding full moon, zodiacs, all these things is nothing but love energy. The seventh dimension of love may be called a striving toward the call of the galaxy. That is what every individual should become. Christ once said, whoever wants to find himself must lose himself. You should lose your lower self to gain higher self. Christ, who is the embodiment of cosmic love, said once, be courageous. I have overcome the world. That is what love energy is. Love is communication, communion, and responsiveness. All growth, enlightenment, evolution, and progress depend on the unfolding of a continually increasing power to respond. The 5 steps reaching that inner core are discipline, concentration, meditation, contemplation, and livingness. And there are 8 steps on the path of love. Love must be progressively expanding. It can never be stagnant. Understand that point. Nature of love is sacrificial, detachment, indifferent, divine indifference. Love is the midwife of beauty. The unconditional nature of love. Responsibility is one of the laws of the science of love. The non-separative nature of love. Man is not really loving if he does not love everything in creation. Joy is a characteristic of love. And eighth thing is gratitude. All eight things you have, then you'll have some love energy. And the last chapter, energy of love and joy. The energy of love and joy, they heal, they harmonize, they expand, it creates magnetism, it reveals, it uplifts, and it strengthens you. So by reading this book, you'll have three things. Okay, the three things are beauty, love, and joy. Uh, this is such a beautiful, abstract, and concrete, both mingled together. And this book is an, like, fundamental for the technical concept called Antakarana. Antakarana means all your mental body, emotional body, physical body becoming beautiful, full of love and full of joy. Then you will know what is happening in the cosmos. You will get it registered in your mind, and your mind will tell your brain, and accordingly you live. If you have these three things, uh, the flame of beauty, culture, love, and joy, such a fundamental book, everyone should read. And every time you think that you got exhausted, or you're going to extremes, you don't know whom to approach, you don't know what to talk, then take this book, read a chapter, and every word will inspire you. Such a fantastic book, The Flame of Beauty, Culture, Love, and Joy. And culture means in coming years, there will be only one culture. That culture is known as soul culture. There will be no 100 cultures. There will be only one culture in this world, and that culture will be soul culture. If everybody cultivates beauty, love, and joy in all nations, in all countries, every human being should cultivate three things: beauty, love, and joy. That is why he says, reading this book, the first, if foundationally, if we start with this book, I think 150 books we can read in no time. That is why he always says, there's the fundamental book. First, you should start with The Flame of Beauty, Culture, Love, and Joy by Tarkam Seradarian. And Telugu title is, uh, uh, I don't remember. తెలుగులో పెద్ద టైటిల్ ఉందన్నమాట. సౌందర్య అనురాగ హేళ. ఓకే, సౌందర్యం, అనురాగం.
హలో సార్,
చెప్పు.
ఆనంద అనురాగ హేళ.
సౌందర్య
సాంస్కృతిక
సాంస్కృతిక అనురాగ
ఆనంద
అనురాగ హేళ, అది తెలుగు టైటిల్. సో, and it's a fantastic book. Go, don't try to be adventurous. The biggest adventure or biggest science, everything is there in this book. So don't become so crazy, like going there. You go to Himalayas just to see the beauty of that. And I've seen so many people, they go every time into nature, they come down more depressed. You go and watch or see some beauty, at least 1 year, 3 years, you should be fully inspired. And inspiration is everywhere. You should know what to search. You should search for beauty. You should go and go to source of the beauty. And Mother Teresa is the source of love. And you're searching in cinema theaters or group meetings, you will never find real love. All these are emotional. Love is intuitional substance. And why people are not joyful is because they're already full of sorrow and sadness and grief. And joy is a very deep solar angel level intuitional concept, joy. And in the presence of sorrow, sadness, negativity, all these stupid things, you can never be joyful. Only you'll be joyful if you are empty these things. It is as simple. And we are on this life. Every human being have come down to that plane to be beautiful, to be loveful, and to be joyful. And that is our right. Our right is that we need to speak beauty, we need to speak love, and we need to speak joy. Think them, live them, relate them, and everything will be in right place. And that is what entire Tarkam literature principle is all about. Entire Shiva Sutras are about only beauty. Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. Either we can become big or we can become small. And if you're small, how to become big is take up this book and read. That is what start with the flame of beauty, culture, love, and joy. Don't open that obsession position, battling with dark forces, and don't try to become a detective. Okay, first foundation. If you have the foundation of flame of beauty, culture, love, and joy, then you can build how what next. So all these full moon meditations, all the books of Tarkam, they are three things: beauty, love, and joy. That's it. So with this wisdom of zodiac, take up this book also, because Virgo means feminine concepts or woman or feminine, what is the femininity, heart, all these things are okay. First try to understand these two words, love and joy. And he wrote something regarding freedom in this book. These are the things which will liberate you at any lifetime, or this zodiac or any zodiac, irrespective of any zodiac signs. Only these things will liberate you. And full moon meditation should make you more beautiful, more lovable, and more joyful. Okay, it won't make you won't become a technician there. You'll become a soul there. Okay. How? Because repetitive, conscious repetition of cycles, you will understand every aspect of your inner nature and finally cultivate these three things. These three things are what the Trinity is all about: beauty, love, joy. Beauty, love, joy. You have a 10,000 rupees ugliness stored here. You read for 10 minutes, this ugliness won't go. You should read for 11,000 rupees beauty, then this will go. Ugliness. Don't strengthen the ugliness, increase the beauty. Don't strengthen the hatred, strengthen love. Don't strengthen your sadness, strengthen joy. And don't interfere in every caste and culture. First, try to create a soul culture. That is what one has to take a rebirth to do all these things. Rebirth means what? Letting go of the past. Resilient, be resilient, start your life anew, and See, coming 1 year, how much beautiful I'll think, how much joyful I'll be, how much lovable I'll become. Don't worry about your signs. All things are symbolic. And you will know why you have taken birth in a particular month if you understand these three principles. Every day is a beautiful day. Every day is a lovable day. Every day is a joyful day. All 365 days. Not your own birthday is not a very, all days are equally there. All time is equal for everyone. Once you become soul, you will understand, not otherwise. Okay? So don't get confused. Birthday, rebirthday, okay? Emotional birthday, emotional rebirthday. It's like you purify all your things, that is the birthday of your emotional body. If you don't have illusions, vanities, and subconscious mind, that is the birthday. And in any lifetime, you will come with that mind, that body. Okay. You have highest intuition, you have worked for highest freedom, then you are a monadic level fellow. And next lifetime, you come with a beautiful monadic body. These things you need to cultivate, that calmness, that silence without turbulence at a given crisis, how we need to be balanced, how we need to be beautiful, love, joy. This zodiac signs gives you 12 aspects of virtues, and those 12 aspects are the core, and all the core has the 12 substances and they radiate. It's what entire full moon science is all about.